Caleb, it's been another week of you all coming behind and finishing for a win.
Yep.
What's been the method or the practice that has allowed you all to do this consistently?
I would say just the understanding of this is a National Football League, and we have a great offense, great defense, and great special teams and great coaches. And so the confidence in us and the confidence in the coaches in those moments is there. And I think that shows in those moments. Defense shutting people down in those moments towards the end of the game, not allowing them to go down and drive and kick a field goal or whatever. Well, they need to score at the end. And I think for offensively, it shows the calmness. Obviously, it wasn't our best game on offense, and the calmness at the end of the game, the belief, the faith, the hope, and like I've spoke about before, living in the know. I think that's where we were, and we knew that it was going to be a full 60-minute game, and that's what it took.
On the winning touchdown run, what's the original intent of that play, and then take us through your decision?
Yeah, it was a naked keeper, and once I booted around, I saw that Cole got taken by I think a corner, and then from there I didn't see a backer, and so I felt the grass to be able to just keep it and go, and obviously having Cole in front of me helped. And Cole made a great block for us, and just took it up the sideline and scored.
When you're down 10 and you take off down the sideline, and they get you down at the 2,
Yep.
like you were having a hard time kind of catching your breath there.
Yeah, that was a long run.
When you're calling the play at the line of scrimmage, what's going through your head, and knowing that kind of in a scramble situation in Baltimore, you had something similar, didn't go great?
Yeah, score, get the ball in the end zone. That was the only focus, only goal. It didn't matter how tired, how fresh, how any of that. It was score, be able to get the defense back on the field, and have them go stop, which they did, and then allow us to go back out there and have a game-winning drive.
When you're breathing heavily and tired and all of that, how do you calm yourself down?
A few deep breaths, and then from there it's you kind of let the moment take over and understand where you are, and you focus and revert back onto your training and things like that.
Your ability to avoid pass rushers, especially in the backfield. I think Ben called you Houdini.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you've always been able to do? How much is that as natural? Is it instincts? How do you describe your ability to do that?
I'd say some of it's instincts. I think some of it's lifting and training. I think the other part of it is visualizing those moments that the defender's leverage and things like that, and being able to take advantage of his leverage. And then other than that, it's just being smart at those moments. If it's time to throw the ball away or dirt it, anything like that, dirt it. If it's not and I can make a play, go make a play for this team and do whatever I need from there. But I think it's those couple things that I do throughout the week, throughout the year, visualizing those moments.
You talked about living in the know and your confidence in these late game situations that you guys can get it done. And what does it mean for you guys, and what does it do for you emotionally when you do come through, you do get these wins, and you have these winning moments?
Yeah, I've said it a couple times now that it does build confidence that we can. It doesn't matter how the deficit we're at. It doesn't matter how much we're up. It doesn't matter what happened throughout the game. That we can come through as a team, and that's what we did today. But we would like to start figuring out as a team, putting up points, stopping them, putting up points, stopping them, putting up points, stopping them, and getting to the point where we're just kind of marching down the field. Defense is stopping them. We're putting up a lot of points and winning these games a little bit earlier than we are these past couple games.
Caleb, how do you make sense of this offense? You struggle for 3.5 quarters.
Yep.
Turn it on at the end. How do you know kind of what's real and what's not?
Yeah, we know who we are. We know we're real. We know that some of the issues we had today were just may have been a drop here, may have been a drop there in certain moments, and it's those are frustrating moments. But it's something that those moments happen, and so you don't waver, you don't lose the confidence. You stay right where you are. You understand that those moments are going to happen. You keep trying to lead your guys, and then from there, when it hits, you just keep harping on that. Here we go. We had a few drops towards the end, and you don't put those guys down. You don't go over and curse them out or anything like that. You encourage them that it's time to make a play, and I need y'all. I need y'all right here, right now. It's time to go win the game.
You scramble down to the 2.
Yeah.
Can you just take us into the mindset, cut inside rather than go out of bounds?
Yep. It's time to go make a play. Time to go win a game. That was kind of my mindset coming out of second half.
Caleb,
Before that, you hit Colston on extended play.
Yep.
What do you see on the throw, and then obviously he makes a pretty nice catch.
Yeah, they dropped back. Had a bunch of time. Guys were all over the place, getting knocked off routes or anything like that. So it was just time to go make a play. Colston, our relationship is building, and he kind of knew where he was in the zone, and just settled down for me and made a great catch, and turned it upfield, got a first down for us
On the stop route to Burton, there at the end.
at the end.
Yeah, at the end, what did you see in terms of him being able?
Yeah, I saw him rotate down right before the snap, and in that moment I knew it was one-on-one over there with Lou, and as Lou has said, it's when he gets the ball in his hands and he's one-on-one, he's pretty dangerous, and so have full belief. It's something that we've been throwing for. I think we've had it up for about 3 weeks now, and so just felt confident in that moment, and felt confident in him. He ran a great route, made a great catch, and got a few yards after.
Caleb, when CJ got that
Yep.
forced fumble and Deshaun recovered, how much of a momentum swing was that, and what was going through your mind in that moment?
Yeah, let's go put up some points. Let's try and score. Let's keep this momentum going. I think we need to do a better job. Just when those moments happen, when they get a turnover on downs, when they get a turnover, any of those moments, just go out there, score, put up points. It's a big momentum shift when those can happen and those moments happen. And I think we've done a solid job, but we can always be better.
Caleb, you told us before the bye week, after that Raiders win, that when you get in 2-minute mode, your heart rate drops, you get calm. Have you ever actually tracked what your heart rate is in those moments?
I haven't. I don't actually know how to track it or not.
It's more of a feeling.
Yeah, I can feel my body just kind of settle down, and I think that's important for me when I'm out there in those moments, but also the calmness, demeanor of when I'm in the huddle, looking at those guys in the eyes, and the belief, the faith. Like I said, living in the known in those moments, it provides a certain level of confidence for us to be able to go out there and deliver.
On the jump ball, go ahead, Phil.
Okay, I'm sorry. I asked Ben to that point if you have kind of a different level of intensity doing do a drive.
Me or Ben?
No, you. And he
Okay.
said that he felt like you were locked in since this morning.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah. No, I feel that I had a good solid week of prep, and I felt confident going into this game, seeing the defense and things like that, and I think that's just the whole game was that, and we gotta find ways to make plays as a team, as a collective, get the dirty yards, make the big explosive plays that were there, but just speaking on myself, I felt that I was locked in throughout the whole game, just trying to focus on keeping the guys in the game and trying to go win the game.
Yeah, the third and goal pass to Rome, the jump ball that.
Yep.
went out of bounds. Do you have an option to hand off there, and what's?
Yeah. So they end up going. I believe it was. I got to go back and watch, but they rotated down on the right side, and so they would have too many people in the box, too many men in the box, and so that was the read to throw it out to Rome, and the DB ended up cutting off Rome on his route, and so just threw it out of bounds. But there is an pass option on that, but when they get too many people in the box, it negates that part of it, and you throw the fade. Awesome. The Bears.